The first ticket has been punched to the SFL Championship game. The Alaska Storm took care of the Sioux Falls Sparrows in the first game of our doubleheader 28-20. But tonight, we find out who their challenger will be for the Twitch front page. Will it be the Houston Hyenas, the lovable underdogs who feasted on 7 turnovers last week in Tulsa? Or will it be the unbeaten Tallahassee Pride, who look to continue that streak of victories? We'll find out next. Welcome to the Lions Den in Tallahassee, Florida, for tonight's SFL semifinal between the Houston Hyenas and the Tallahassee Pride. Alongside Stephen Mullinex, I am Cameron Irvine. Stephen, how you doing tonight?
This is what we've all been waiting for, folks. This is what the SFL is all about tonight. We are going to see who goes home and who takes themselves to the championship. Will it be the undefeated juggernaut, the Tallahassee Pride, or the jack of all trades, master of none, Houston Hyenas? Boy, I've been waiting, man. I've been fighting. I've been chomping at the bit for this game.
The coin toss is next.
Ready to go? Let's do this.
Houston wearing white and black tonight with red and gold trim.
Heads.
They'll select heads. Tallahassee in purple. Pride win the toss. Pride will put the defense out there first. That means Tallahassee is going to kick off. And that means it's Richard Douglas with the ball on the tee doing the honors tonight. It's the SFL semifinals here on Twitch TV. Richard Douglas, kick it, we're underway. From the 7-yard line on the return, Ryan Michaels up to the 31. First down for Ahmad Chima and the Hyena offense.
An interesting strategy right off the bat by Tallahassee to decide that they'll take the ball in the second half, here giving this Houston offense an opportunity to get up on the Pride early.
Ahmad Chima had a brilliant game last week against Tulsa. Barely threw any incompletions at all. 2 backs and 2 receivers is how they start. And Chima hit as he threw, and incomplete. The pump fake was a little too long as Fats Johnson gets in there to make the stop, second down.
And the talk of the entire season has been about this star-studded defensive line for Tallahassee. All four of the starting defensive linemen have double-digit sacks on the season.
3 receivers, D.R. Sims at the top of the screen. Gary Malone, Bader Ajalani to the right of Chima. One-down lineman for Tallahassee. Handoff goes to Warren Murray. Murray with a spin move and went backwards as I believe a linebacker got in the mix. Jeff Eaton got into the backfield. 3rd and 10 early.
And Murray, first in the league, number 1 in the league in rushing yards per carry, averaging 5.5 yards per attempt. Didn't quite get that thing.
Chima 3-step drop, fires it out quickly. That's not going to get it done. Ajalani with the reception. He'll be dragged out of bounds after a 4-yard gain, and Houston's going to go 3 and out to start here on the road.
And a big win if you're the Pride. Not only did you take the chance to give them the ball first, but you're able to get a 3 and out on defense. And Houston has to be kind of kicking themselves there at a lost opportunity.
So the Hyenas go 1 for 2 on their opening possession throwing. Did not give up a sack. Tallahassee coming after it. They're the first team ever to block a punt in overtime. And so here from the 30, Kenny Stokes with a nice move out to the 35-yard line. And here comes Christians for days for the Pride, and lots of passing.
Well, he certainly converted me. Let me tell you about this guy. First in passing yardage, first in yards per attempt, first in passing touchdowns, and the number 1 QB rating in the SFL this season. Man, a favorite for MVP.
First down, just a minute into the SFL's second semifinal, and an offside on the Hyenas will give a 1st and 5 coming up for Tallahassee. Saw that quickly as Houston's a little jittery out of the gate.
Well, Tallahassee, oh, and there's a flag there.
Well, yeah, that's what I just said.
I apologize. Hey, you know what? I gotta bring it up a little, man. This is the playoffs. It's just got me so excited here. But I wanted to talk about the running combo of Iniola and Conley, the running back and fullback, over 1,000 yards combined this season. And actually, Iniola third in receiving for this team.
Wow, that's a good stat. I wouldn't have guessed that. Of course, a distant third, I'm sure, behind Gossett and Wilson, as Christensen will hand it off to Iniola, and Iniola's got a first down up to the 49-yard line. Tackle made by Eddie Gage and Blake Chance combining on the stop. The Houston 49-yard line, first down. The Tallahassee offense at the top of your screen.
Certainly the Pride's passing attack gets all the attention, gets all the press, but this running game is formidable, and it's a two-headed monster that you have to take account for.
First down, 9:26 to go in the first. Back to pass. Christensen, deep ball down the middle of the field. Caught inside the 25-yard line. Duke Wilson, the sensational rookie, who's been contemplating, if you can believe it or not, retiring at the end of the season, gets a first down to the 22.
Well, if Wilson does hang up the cleats, he's going to hang them up as one of the best in the SFL. Actually leads the league in touchdown receptions, 21 on the season.
9 minutes to go. I'll tell you what, that's going out with a bang. 3 receivers for Christensen, 7 in the box for Houston. And off to Iniola. He's got some blockers, breaks a tackle. Iniola inside the 10-5. Iniola, touchdown, Tallahassee.
Well, isn't it ironic? The first score of this so important playoff game is a rushing touchdown for a team that is known for passing the ball. Iniola has all the tools to be a success here in the SFL. He's got the power, he's got the patience, he's got the speed, and he showcases a little bit of everything there on that touchdown run.
So Tallahassee on the board quick, even before Houston can get their defense introduced or can get a first down on offense. And Douglas comes out for the extra point. Extra point for the Pride, good. 7-0, it's early, but the unbeaten Pride flexing their muscles early. A quick word from the SFL.
Follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL.
Return by Michaels. Ryan Michaels gets a block midfield. Ryan Michaels, he could be gone. Trying to be cut from behind. He will not. Touchdown, Houston.
Ryan Michaels has just blown up this game. All right, if you had plans, if you had any type of plans here, Tallahassee, to take over this game, Michaels has got a little something different for you. These are the kind of plays, Cam, that can throw a king-sized monkey wrench into the plans of the Pride if they think they're going to the championship game. Quick fact about Michaels here, not only does he have that touchdown, tied for first in the league in defensive touchdowns with 2 on the season.
And I believe, Steven, our stat guru tonight, is that Michael's first return touchdown of the season?
I believe it is.
He's been returning kicks for a month or so for the Hyenas, and he comes through in a big moment. Low snap, but the kick is down and through, and it's 7-7, and we're all squared up.
And I don't think that's the last time we're going to hear from Michaels. He had 60 tackles and 7 interceptions on the season as a cornerback for Houston. Don't think that special teams play won't get him hyped and get him playing at his top level there on the defensive side of the ball as well.
So here we go from the 11. It's Kenny Stokes on the return, and Stokes will pick it up to the 32-yard line. Generous spot for a first down for Christensen, who had his way, along with Ignola, with Houston's defense on that opening series.
And there's certainly no panic by the Pride here. Let's not forget they were able to score a touchdown in their opening series without really passing the ball. I only remember really one pass. So, you know, they were able to find success on the ground. They haven't even scratched the surface there yet.
And to Ignola, he trucks him in, trucks a second man! Jay Ignola out to the 48-yard line, rumbling like Bentley out there. But he's got his own class of car from first down.
Yeah, don't let the frame fool you, right? This guy has a knack for rolling off solid hits, and they're delivering some punishment. Look, we don't necessarily consider him a power back, but clearly there, he's got some strength behind those pads.
We have to talk about Tallahassee's inability to cover on special teams. They've given up more special teams touchdowns than any team in the league. We'll get to more of that in a minute. Yola has a lot more space again. Picks up 7. The Houston defense at the top of the screen. You know, London had 2 kickoff return touchdowns against them. Chicago had a kickoff return touchdown against. I mean, it's been a problem for the Pride, who otherwise don't seem to have a weakness.
Yeah, that might be their Achilles heel. We'll have to see how it plays out here.
Second down and 3. 3 wide receivers, 2 backs in the backfield for Christensen. 3-step drop. Christensen fires to a wide open man who had to turn around and haul that in. Swain, the famous for the butt catch in week 12 against Carolina, makes a brilliant play for a first down.
Well, they don't call his number much, but when you do call it, he seems to have come through there, has to adjust to catch that ball. As Christensen was a little inaccurate, which is not normal there for that quarterback, but just a nice individual play for the wide receiver to have the actual catching radius to bring that in.
3 receivers, and he had to keep it away from Tyreek Jones, who had 2 interceptions against Tulsa. The handoff goes to Ignola. Ignola running hard here early. Picks up 4, second down and 6. Jay Ignola here early, 5 carries for 60 yards and a touchdown.
Well, it seems like Tallahassee's pulling the rug out from under Houston's playbook. Likely Houston really playbooking to stop this attacking passing offense, and Tallahassee's hitting them with the run.
Second down 6, Christensen outside to Conley. Caleb Connolly is put down by DJ Majesty, who had his first career pick against Tulsa last week in the quarterfinals. 3rd and 1 from the Hyena 25 coming up.
Majesty, one of the hardest hitting linebackers in the SFL, recorded 92 tackles. He's during the season. He's been a long-time veteran in this league, and he can certainly lay the wood.
2 backs, 2 receivers, 7 in the box, handoff, Ignola. Ignola got blockers, 20, and inside the 15, out of the 14-yard line, Eddie Gage saves a touchdown. Jay Ignola's been the MVP here in the first quarter.
Well, Ignola seems to be moving at a pace that is baffling these defenders. Obviously really hyped to be in this game, and he's shown a lot of speed control, Cam, just to hit the hole at the right time.
First down into the red zone to the Houston 14. 3 receivers, 2 off the left. Ken Gossett does not have a catch in the first quarter. Hand off to Conley. Conley inside, down to the 10-yard line, actually, is where they'll spot him. DJ Majesty drags him down from behind. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
You know, for being such a highly rated fullback, this offense doesn't use Conley a lot. Only has 204 rushing yards on the season, 3 rushing touchdowns, but does have 28 receptions for 208 yards.
Second down, 6, 4:45 to go in the first quarter. 3 receivers, 2 off the right side, 4-3 for Houston. Yola's the only back in the backfield. He'll get the carry, and Yola dragged down at the line. Nice tackle made by James Smith. 3rd and 6 is his 2nd tackle, and that's the best job they've done on Ignola tonight.
Yeah, and I don't think it will be the last. They're starting to tune in to what Tallahassee's game plan is. We've seen this time and time again. It takes a series or 2, but these defenses can adjust to stop what's been the strength of whatever offense they've been facing.
3rd down and 6, back to pass. Christensen all day. Oh, he dropped it. Dropped in the end zone. Pass incomplete. intended for Wes Turner. And that's what happens when you go 4 wide with 2 star receivers. You put yourself in a position where you got to rely on a guy that you may not want to rely on, and that's a huge drop for the Pride.
And clearly give a lot of credit to this Houston secondary. They are blanketing Wilson and Gossett, 2 of the best wide receivers in the SFL. So far have only combined for 1 catch in this game. There's a reason for that. They're getting blanketed.
Richard Douglas wanted to kick the field goal from 27 yards away, and that field goal is good. Tallahassee gets points on their first 2 possessions, now lead 10-7. Ryan Michaels gets it back. A word from the SFL. Want to do what I do? Contact me in the DM on Discord to find out how you can get involved with streaming live games, calling games, or breaking them down on the air with our broadcast team. Or help make our production even better by joining our new live stats team, helping our broadcasters shine brighter. We are #Loading Legends in the SFL. Michaels from the 7. Michaels 25-30. Ryan Michaels gets down past the 35 to the 37-yard line. I thought for a second there he was going to do it again. Great field position for the Hyenas, who have yet to get a first down today. Only 3 offensive plays in the first 7 minutes.
If I'm the Pride's head coach, Frank Gooden, I'm eyeballing my special teams coach. Hey, let's not let them do that again to us. Get that guy down. Luckily they did, but not before he gained good yardage.
First down and 10 at the 37-yard line for Chima, Murray, and the rest of the Hyenas, as Chima's pass over the middle is caught. Nearly got in the way of the fullback. Ajlani with the catch, moves the chains for a first down. Houston's offense at the top of the screen.
And a bit of an awkward placement of receivers there. Like you said, the fullback and Ajlani in the same area. Luckily for them, there was only one Tallahassee Pride defender there, so odds are in their favor. Somebody with the white jerseys coming down with that ball.
Chima's now 2 for 3. First down for the Hyenas. That throw into traffic and broken up by Alex Bond. Dangerous pass there from Chima. Tallahassee's defense led by Bond now scrolling through.
Yes, at times Chima trusts his arm just a little bit too much, and he throws far too many ill-advised passes for my taste at times. He's looking to get it through those tight windows, and there, again, just one luckily falls harmlessly to the ground.
Second down, 10, 3 receivers, 2 off the right side. Back to pass, Chima all day. Pass caught, first down, Garrett Malone. And Houston's offense looking crisp here on their second offensive possession.
Let me tell you what, I like this Garrett Malone kid, man. This guy just seems to show up in these huge clutch situations. He's able to come down with passes. You know, he's not the leading receiver on this Houston team, but I got to tell you, a young, talented player that's coming up in this league, and a name that we should all watch.
Leading receiver, DR Sim, who does not have a catch. It's interesting, Sim nor Gossett have a catch here in the first quarter. I don't think many might have seen that coming. Handoff on the counter now to Warren Murray, and Murray is slammed down by Bain. A loss of 1, and Warren Murray so far has -1 rushing yards on 3 carries.
Well,
2 carries, check
sure. And look, this defensive line for Tallahassee, they are twofold in what they are specialized in doing. That's stopping the run and putting pressure on the
and up again to Murray, and Murray breaks up a tackle and picks up positive yardage, pick up of 5. Anthony Weil on the tackle. Third down at 6, and now we've got an injury. That's Jeff Eaton, who made the very first play of the game. And Tallahassee, already thin at linebacker, cannot afford to lose him.
Yeah, and it looks like it looks like his own player falls on top of him at the end of this play.
Oh, yeah.
Probably something in the leg, knee area there, lower leg injury. We'll have to see. Maybe it's just something they can tape up. Maybe somebody can walk off and he can get back into this game.
So third down and 6 coming up for Houston. 4 receivers, 3 off the left side for Chima as Houston tries to take advantage in scoring position. Back to pass, Chima to the outside, and Sim reached out and grabbed it. They say that he's inches short, That could be worth a challenge. Sim did his best to drag that ball across the line.
And we talk about momentum a lot of the times when we're talking about catching the ball on the sidelines as Tallahassee challenges the spot of that ball. Let's see what they say.
Actually, they're going to challenge whether he caught it at all. I thought Houston would challenge the spot of the ball, but Tallahassee beat the Hyenas to the punch, and they're challenging whether he even caught it. Can both coaches challenge on the same play? It definitely looks like a catch.
Yeah, it looks like he got, remember here in the SFL, on the sidelines, it's only a 1 foot in bounds rule.
The pass was complete. The catch was made prior to going out of bounds.
So Houston, Tallahassee loses the challenge, but is it possible that they can respot that ball? Wouldn't that be something? Tallahassee is going to lose a timeout, and they don't respot the ball, and instead Houston will have to kick a field goal. So an interesting little series there of events, as I thought Houston, even on the replay there, had a case to challenge on their own. 39-yard field goal for David Griffin, and the 39-yard field goal is no good. Missed off the right side. Unbelievable.
And you know what? Isn't it interesting? This is Tallahassee challenge. Likely did so maybe to make this field goal a tougher attempt. Maybe the time waiting for the officials to come up with that call was just enough to ice this kicker. Look, this is a very important game, obviously, to both of these teams in a high-pressure situation, giving the kicker a little extra time to think about it. That might have been the difference to him making and missing that field goal.
Wow, that's I mean, brilliant analysis. That would be something. But the press will get after him in postgame. Christensen, deep ball, caught by Gossett in double coverage to the Tallahassee 48. That is just precision.
Yeah, and these two have been linking up all season. Gossett, number 2 in the league in total receptions, 115 receptions or catches here, 2,000 yards receiving, 20 touchdowns. I mean, Christensen and Gossett, it's like a religion in Tallahassee. These two guys are everywhere. Billboards, commercials, like their relationship is bigger than Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez back in the day.
Oh, Connolly just, I mean, dismisses a human body. Pickup of 6 yards, 2nd and 4. I've never seen a person just say to another person, you don't exist.
Well, hey, that's one of the reasons why you invest so much in a fullback. There's not a lot of that investment across the league. It's because he can make runs like that. Is why Gooden felt good enough to invest in a fullback.
2nd down and 4, 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Handoff on a delay to Ignola. He hurdles a defender, then bounces Blake Chance like a basketball, and Ignola's got 75 yards and a first down to the Hyena 39.
Let me tell you what, this guy is running like Ray Bentley out here, which is, you can imagine Ray Bentley on this offense. Look at the power and the speed, the speed to get the ball on what was a delay, and to be able to go down that much or gather up that much grass in such a quick amount of time to get to the secondary. He's playing at the top of his game.
Christensen out of the gun, now floats it out of Viola out of the backfield. And look at the Hyenas converge, 6 of them in the picture. Pickup of just 3 yards on the check down. 2nd and 7 as the first quarter winds down.
And that's, again, 40 receptions on the year for Eniola. 3rd leading wide receiver here on this Pride team. I mean, look, these 2 monster wide receivers get a lot of attention. Eniola, though, may be the spark plug that makes this engine go.
Hand off to Connolly, and that's not going anywhere. Loss of a yard. 3rd and 8. That'll be the final play of the first quarter. What a first quarter it was. No doubt it's playoff football. End of 1. Houston 7, Tallahassee 10. This is the SFL on Twitch, presented by APM Music. Third down and 8 for Tallahassee. They didn't face many 3rd downs in that first quarter. Christensen All kinds of time, and he threw it over the middle looking for Wilson, and there was no way in any universe that he was open. That'll bring up 4th down, and that's just a bad read from Christensen, who has struggled with the turnover bug as teams have closed the gap on the unbeatens.
Yeah, no doubt about that. This is, Tallahassee's offense, number 1 in the most turnovers in the league with 30. So they turn the ball over, but they also they take advantage of a majority of their scoring opportunities. They're just a missed opportunity there by their really strong and accurate quarterback.
This punt, it almost hit him on the ground. It's going to bounce into the end zone. That was dangerous. It almost hit a hyena on the ground, and Tallahassee almost had a chance to recover that for a touchdown. That was wild.
That could have been game-changing. If that ball would have touched the Houston special teamer, that ball's live. Tallahassee get on top of that and would have scored a touchdown.
Wow, that was great. Houston avoids disaster as Warren Murray breaks off a tackle and picks up 7. He's starting to get moving. 4 carries, 11 yards, and Yola's dominated early, but Murray is not number 1 in the league in yards per carry, as you mentioned earlier, Stephen, for nothing.
Well, 5.5 yards per carry, 4th in rushing yards, 1,600 yards, 5th in rushing touchdowns. But this is the number 4 rushing offense in the league. They're going to run the ball.
Second down and 3. Chima with a screen out to Murray with some blockers. Murray stays in bounds. Murray, how is he still in? Down to the 46-yard line for a first down. What footwork by Warren Murray.
And Murray is just one of a long line of great Houston running backs. Let me tell you what, Damon Simeon knows how to run the football in the SFL, and he knows how to pick great running backs. Listen to the list, Cam. Deion Hawkins, Darnell Black, William Choice last season, and now Warren Murray, a lineage of rushing success.
Surprising that Houston has not had that franchise back in their histories. Murray is slammed at the 42-yard line, a loss of 4, as I believe Johnson got in there for a second appetizer. You're not supposed to do that. 2nd and 14.
Yeah, just, let me shut my mouth. Just as I'm talking about Houston's great running history, Fats Johnson gets another tackle for loss. Cam, 32 tackles for loss on the season, number 1 in the league.
3 backs in the backfield, handoff to Murray. Murray gets picked up and thrown down by Mitch Butler, who I believe came in for the injured Jeff Eaton. 3rd down and 12 coming up for Houston.
Well, nice job by the backup there, able to wrangle Murray, who had powered through the line of scrimmage. It almost looked like that linebacker was just trying to hang on for dear life.
4 wide, 3rd and 12, looking for Sim, got it. First down to the 38-yard line, and those are the type of throws that Amon Chima's been making down the stretch for this Hyena offense.
Well, I got to say it, the doctor is in. How many times have we said that over the years? D.R. Sim, the consummate professional, the veteran, the wide receiver, the go-to guy, 63 catches on the season, 9 touchdowns. Him and Ajelani nearly had 20 touchdowns together. When Chima is on, it's just that sometimes he can be a little streaky.
Malone, top of the screen. That last catch from Sim was off some bump coverage there from Sprouse. Chima moves the feet to avoid the sack, gets it out to Murray, flips it out, and catches it with one hand, pickup of 4 yards. But that was an important 4 yards as we near into field goal range. Chima's not taking a sack tonight.
And that's
check that. He's taken 2, but he's avoided plenty more.
And and that's part because he has the ability to make some plays out of the pocket. He can move around in that pocket efficiently. He's done it all season.
Murray again, nothing in the trenches. That's Bain making the stop. 3rd down and 6 coming up. Kevin Bain active.
We haven't talked enough about this Houston Hyenas offense. Number 7 in scoring, 25 points a game. 9th in passing offense. 4th in rushing the offense, as we previously mentioned. This is what comes to mind here for me is balance.
That to pass. Chima going long. It's bubbled around and knocked away. Good coverage down the field by Sprouse. That'll bring up 4th down from the 33-yard line. That's a 49, potentially 50-yard field goal for Houston, and I'd punt after Griffin's earlier miss.
And the Pride flexing their muscles as the number six passing defense in the SFL, only allowing 246 yards a game. They showed you why there a little bit.
Tallahassee had a chance at a pick, couldn't do it. Now Houston has a chance to pin him inside their own 5-yard line. This punt looks good. Down to the 10, bouncing the 5, touchdown there, beautiful job. Officially down at the 6-yard line. Houston special teams making up for the missed field goal. Now they got to try to stop Yola and the rest of the boys.
Well, perfect coffin corner punt. A great job there, actually, by the defender to get on top of that ball. Might have had a chance to roll into the corner of the end zone. Also could have rolled out of bounds. Defender just playing it safe. Let's just get him down here.
8 carries, 75 yards for Jay Yola here early. Christensen 4 of 6, 58 yards. Gossett 1 catch for 16. There is a flag down. Did you see an offside?
Yeah, it was. So they'll take the 5 yards. That run didn't constitute enough for them to.
Man, that's unfortunate for Houston.
It is.
That's disappointing.
An opportunity there to keep them pinned back towards their end zone. Now you're giving them an extra 5 yards to play with. Not something that you want to do if you're with this Tallahassee offense. Right now, when they're so close to their end zone marker, they want to run the ball, which they've been doing successfully all game. But now you're giving them the option to pass too.
Chris Jacks, Carter Haley have been called for offsides here in the first half. Hand off to Yola, and a nice double team on the outside there to wrap him up. That was Blake Chance and James Smith. And that's what you got to do against Yola, at least tonight, while he's bruising. You got to get 2 bodies on him right away.
And this might play right into the hands of Tallahassee's passing offense. They've been running the ball so successfully. Now Houston's defense is forced to come down closer to the line of scrimmage. That could open up some passing lanes.
2nd down 2, 6:38 to go in the second quarter. Hand off again to Yola, and Yola's run down. How about the play of James Smith in the first half? He's everywhere for Houston. It's 3rd and 4. Duke Butley also in the backfield.
Yeah, they have surely identified, especially at this section of the field, that Tallahassee wants to run the ball, and they are sending the defenders to stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Excuse me.
He's creeping up. Back to pass. Christensen, all kinds of time, finds the open receiver. Gossett, too easy. Pitch and catch. Ryan Michaels on the tackle. Christensen now 6 of 8, and it's a first down for the Pride.
Well, this one, just a little deep out route there for Gossett, and he's wide open. Christensen just easily finds him there in the corner right near the sidelines. Yeah, like you said, pitch and catch, too easy, and clutch. That's a clutch play on 3rd down near your own end zone. Now it just opens up the entire playbook for you.
Well, Christensen has kept a clean slate. Both quarterbacks have in the first half. He had 3 picks last week, all in the second half against Indy that almost threw that game away. But, of course, Christensen got him back into it. Ended up winning the game, forcing overtime, and then winning it as Yola again has to hurdle a player in the backfield. And I tell you what, Houston's doing a good job getting some push off that defensive front. They're making Yola work even before he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's don't forget, Houston does have one of the most dominant defensive linemen in the SFL in Chad Tackle. 16 sacks on the season. That's the fourth most in the SFL. So they've got a different record on the D-line.
Oh, Connolly gets tattooed. DJ Majesty comes out of nowhere, no gain, and Houston is hitting hard here in the second quarter after it looked like this was going to be a shootout.
Yeah, they are allowing no quarter for any of these running backs right now, which again plays into the Pride's hands of their effective passing offense. What Houston is doing, though, is that if Christensen makes a single mistake, Houston's going to take advantage.
Duke Wilson with just 1 catch here in the first half. Christensen going long, deep middle, and he takes a shot, does Gossett. From Blake Chance, Christensen wanting a pass interference, but honestly, he's just wanting that play to be removed from Gossett's memory. 4th and 10 probably already is.
And look, give all the credit in the world to this Houston defense. They are calling the right plays. They are anticipating when Tallahassee is going to run. They know when Tallahassee needs to pass, and they are playing and executing that brilliantly.
So the Pride will punt again. It's their second punt of the first half. From the 35-yard line, Brian Michaels makes a man miss at the 39. And Houston is in good position again in terms of how far they have to go for a touchdown. 64 yards this drive.
And that's a great point, Cam. How many games have we seen with Tallahassee where maybe we don't see the punter until the second half? I mean, so that just kind of tells you what a great job this Houston defense is doing. And now the onus is on Houston's offense to beat this number 2 overall defense from Tallahassee.
The winner takes on the Alaska Storm on the Twitch front page. The SFL Championship game is coming up, and Warren Murray makes a nice play, picks up 9. That SFL Championship game date and time should be finalized over the weekend. 2nd and 1. Look at the updated numbers. Christensen 6 of 9 for 78 yards. Chima 6 of 8 for 63 yards. And Yola's up to 12 carries, 76 yards. Murray 48 yards on 9 carries. Murray on his 10th carry as a first down to the Tallahassee 44. And Murray's starting to catch up to Jay and Yola after Houston's defense woke up to what the Pride's plan was in the first half.
Let me tell you what, this Warren Murray is an imposing physical specimen, Cam. I saw this dude in the locker room, and I had to leave, cried, and reevaluated my life afterwards.
3 receivers. Ajlani top of the screen. 3:20 to go in the second quarter. Eye-popping stat here in a moment as Murray is not going to go much anywhere. Stephen, we are almost to the half, and Christensen has thrown 9 times. Just let that sink in. I mean, that's unprecedented.
Yeah, again, I think it's a symptom of Tallahassee's determination to run the ball against this Hyenas defense. What it's actually causing is this game to look like it's going to be a low-scoring affair.
And Murray bounces off a defender, got a block. Murray 30-25. Warren Murray tackled out of bounds by Alex Bond for a first down. And the Houston Hyenas are starting to pull some momentum out of the Pride.
Well, it's clear that Warren Murray has the speed to go the distance on any play. Look, right there, he exploits the blown gap integrity there, able to maximize the blocking that's in front of him and get some really good yards.
2:38 to go in the first half. The Hyenas trying to make it back to the championship game for the first time since their first season. Season 6 as Warren Murray picks up another 6 yards. Warren Murray feasting, now 58 yards on 13 carries as both teams are trying to assert their dominance at the line of scrimmage.
Well, look, Houston certainly has the ability to dominate on the ground in this game, and they've got a big back that sometimes doesn't always play like one, and that can be good and bad.
And off Murray again. Murray's in trouble. Murray looks a little gassed. This has been a long drive. Bond on the tackle. A 4-yard loss sets up 3rd and 8.
Well, that's excuse me. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. We've reached the 2-minute warning. I missed it as well. 3rd down and 8 at the Tallahassee 19-yard line. 2-minute warning. This is the SFL Network on Twitch, presented by APM Music. I was just stunned. It was the 2-minute warning already. Just flying by here.
Yeah, these two teams, they have led some offensive series that have just gone down the field and chewed up the spot.
3rd down and 8. This crowd on their feet. Chima, deep drop back, fires, end zone, knocked away as Houston ran out of real estate looking for Malone in the back of the end zone. Stokes with the coverage. It's 4th down.
They mentioned this on the SFL podcast, but, you know, the key to this game for many people watching is going to be the play of Chima. If Houston can get great production from under center and complete some of those passes, they can absolutely throw that monkey wrench into Tallahassee's championship plans.
Man, if he would have had 10 more yards to work with, that would have been a touchdown. This is a 36-yard field goal. Low snap. Kick is just up and good. after a miss from 39 yards earlier in the game. Houston has tied it up off the leg of David Griffin. This is the SFL Network.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
Stokes up to the 29. First down for the Pride. They got to get moving. Tie game at 10. Winner takes on Alaska in the SFL's 10th championship game. Alaska making their first appearance. That pass is caught in a variety of traffic. Duke Wilson picks up 8.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see if the Pride now start to turn to their two top wide receivers here in Wilson and Gossett. But these two guys are two of the best in the SFL. I think actually, if you look on the stat sheet there, they're like 1 and 3 in a lot of different categories. So I'm wondering if they're going to go back to their roots here and what's going to be.
Viola will get dragged down by Chance for no gain. Wilson has 2 catches for 35 yards, and Gossett has 2 for 29. Back to pass. Christensen, wobbly pass caught. Blown coverage by Chance. Gossett 15. Gossett 10. Gossett 5. Touchdown Tallahassee. What a play.
Look, we've been waiting for this explosion to happen. This is something that happens all the time in the regular season for Tallahassee. And now we got to see it here in this postseason. Look, Ken Gossett, one of the best wide receivers in the league. The guy's an absolute beast, and he turns into a running back once he catches the ball. The king of yak goes in for a big postseason score.
Chance takes a lazy swipe at the ball. He's been playing well all night. And Tyleek Jones and Ryan Michaels look silly on the back end of the play as Gossett gets in the end zone and Tallahassee wipes away concerns. Their passing game has lost a step. 8 of 11 for 149 yards and a touchdown for Christensen now on the night. Gossett with 92 yards and a touchdown.
Well, Gossett, man, I got to tell you, he's got a knack for creating separation both before and after the catch. Just one of the best deep threats in the league. And just one of the best overall wide receivers in any situation.
17-10, an eruption from the Pride in the Lions' Den here, as even though the Pride won in overtime last week, you still just can kind of feel the angst and the anxiety in this stadium. This team has been, you know, a solid franchise for such a long time. They've never had their shot. They've never had their moment. They have a chance to host the championship for the first time in franchise history. They just pull out the victory as Michaels returns up to the 33-yard line.
Think about the Pride's history, Cam. I mean, they have not had postseason success like that you would expect them to. They've looked great in several seasons and looked like the team of destiny several other times. It's almost like you don't want to whisper even the chance of getting to the championship game because you don't want to foil it in some way.
53 seconds to go in the first half. 2 receivers, 1 to either side for Chima. Chima outside to Murray. Murray 35 out to the 39-yard line, and that stops the clock. You know, and Stephen, we don't mean to pick on Tallahassee. Houston's had their own fair share of post-season heartbreak, as they have for the last few seasons sort of sputtered in trying to get back to that title game.
Yeah, you know, and I think Houston is used to playing the role of a spoiler. They're very comfortable in that role. We've seen them do that time and time again in this league, whereas Tallahassee, being the lead horse, you know, out in front the whole time, is susceptible to a sleeper like Houston.
Murray gets the first down, and I don't even know how he did that because that didn't look like it was going anywhere. 40 seconds and counting. Houston does have all 3 timeouts. Now a flip out to Murray. Murray, they missed a block on Michael Sprouse, who makes the tackle. That was just poor execution because I thought that had some potential, and Houston has to burn a timeout.
And an excellent play by Sprouse making that open field tackle. Don't forget, that's one of the top running backs in the SFL. He will power you, he will juke you, and Spruce there able to not fall for anything and make the solid tackle.
74 viewers and counting. 2nd and 7. Towards the end of the first half, Chima floats one down the middle into double coverage. That pass is incomplete, looking for the doctor. 3rd and 7. Anthony Wyo on the coverage.
Tallahassee seemingly doing everything right, playing well on defense. Their offense is starting to come alive. And let's not forget that coin toss, they won. And they elected to get the ball in the second half. Now they're able to stop Houston here. That's going to look like a brilliant move.
3rd down and 7. 3 receivers, 2 to the left of Chima. Chima back to pass, deep 7-step drop back. Now checks it down to Murray. He's not going anywhere. And Tallahassee is going to elect not to take a timeout. They do get the ball to start the second half, and I think the Pride are trying not to be too greedy.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I think they should absolutely take a timeout. They are so close to field goal range. One solid Christensen to Gossett pass, or Wilson, to get them into that range. I don't like the decision.
Oh, they're going to snap it right before the end of the half. I'm not sure why. As from the 16-yard line, Stokes will return, and Stokes is put down. No harm, no foul. That is the end of the first half of play. Well, what a half it was, as Tallahassee gets a late Ken Gossett touchdown to separate themselves heading into the locker room. It's 17-10. Tallahassee leads Houston. The APM Music halftime report is right now. And Steven, as we take a look at the first half stats, both teams playing turnover-free ball. Tallahassee playing just a smidge better.
And Tallahassee, surprisingly to me, is running the ball better than Houston. That opening series where they just ran right down the throats of this Houston defense and scored was impressive, and kind of allowed them to flex their offensive muscles a little bit. They have clearly come into this game with a mindset of running the rock, as you can see right there, very successful in doing so far. But that also means running a lot of time out of the clock, and you're making it a shorter game. We've seen Tallahassee this season blow out teams through the air, not so much on the ground. So Houston has had to defensively re-scheme a little bit and adjust to try and handle Iniola and Conley from running through them, and that has started to open up passing lanes late in the first half.
Just a quick shift. Tomorrow, there will be an announcement on the future of the San Antonio Vaqueros franchise. The San Antonio Vaqueros owner, Greg Morris, has sold the team. The SFL has approved that sale of the team to a new owner, and that franchise is going to be moving. They will meet their new owner tomorrow. The players were notified a few weeks ago when that all went down. Greg Corky's starting his own business, his new business, and we wish him all the well. We hate to lose owners, especially one as prestigious as him, as his season ended in the wild card round against Indianapolis. But that announcement comes tomorrow, so that's going to be exciting, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And Greg has been a staple of this league. I expect him to continue to participate, if not as an owner or a player, then as a viewer and as a supporter. And who knows what'll happen down the road.
He'll be at the SFL convention, which is July 13th through the 15th. We're getting really excited about that. What the conference alignment might be, that is going to be released on April 15th when we announce 3 new teams coming into the league to push the SFL to 21 teams. The beautiful Lions Den, 65-degree night. I mean, it is just perfect out here. Winds 8 miles an hour, very small, as we're ready for second half kickoff. Stephen Mullinex alongside myself, Cameron Irvine. Brunox on stats. We start the third. 9, Kenny Stokes, out to 26.
Now Tallahassee has an opportunity to take a real stranglehold of this game. They can put some points on the board, and they can turn this game over to their touted defense, they might have Houston right where they want them.
Blake Hamrack makes a good point, getting those bits in for season 11. Plenty of time as you continue to rack up bits for player progression in season 11. We'll be unveiling the bit incentive program here in due time as well. Get you guys a bunch of awesome stuff that you can get for bits for free, and that's a first down pass and catch to Duke Wilson as Tallahassee is trying to separate themselves here to start the third.
Well, Wilson has a big strike zone for his quarterback Christensen to find, and they're just wide open on what looks to be their kind of a medium out route there, but just able to have the speed to separate from any defenders around him. That's Wilson's MO all season.
First down and 10 at the 46 for Tallahassee. Just starting the second half here in the SFL semifinals. Winner takes on the Alaska Storm in the SFL championship game. Handoff to Inyola as he picks up 5 more. Inyola will get his updated numbers here. 14 carries, 81 yards. Warren Murray, 15 carries, 58 yards.
Yeah, surprising stat there. You would expect Murray, especially since their rushing offenses are so different, to have the better numbers, but Inyola is just playing at the top of his game.
Christensen hit as he threw. Duke Wilson makes the catch, pickup of 4. Third down and 1 coming up. Haven't mentioned Chad Tackle's name much, as Christensen's been doing a good job getting the ball out of his hands, 10 of 13.
Yeah, and those defensive tackles and defensive ends, their impact is way beyond the stat sheet, so he may be having some impact on creating some pressure for Christensen. Just hasn't got home yet tonight.
Third down 1, 9:43 to go in the third quarter. Hand off on a counter out of the gun, and Inyola got away from 1, but cannot get the first down. Chance and Michaels double him up. Really good job by the Houston defense, and unless Tallahassee wants to get risky, they'll have to punt.
That is a difficult ask by your running back, even one playing as well as Inyola, to go from a shotgun formation and try to convert that long first down. Tough.
It's 4th down. The offense is out there. They're going to go for it. And Christensen's going to throw, and it's knocked away. What a play at the last second by Tyleek Jones, who had 2 picks last week. Jones knocks it away, and Tallahassee, for the second time in as many weeks, goes for it on 4th down and can't get it.
Tyleek Jones coming up big here in the postseason. Racked up 5 interceptions on the year. Nearly had his 6th right there. Again, another one of those defensive backs for Houston that has 2 defensive touchdowns on the season, and that shows you why. Able to break on that ball beautifully.
First down and 10 at the 45. Again, great field position for Houston, who does not have an offensive touchdown tonight. Ryan Michaels returned to kickoff. If you're joining us late, 3 receivers, a handoff goes to Murray, and Warren Murray picks up 4, and Jeff Eaton is back in the game for Tallahassee, so the injury must have been minor.
Well, write it down, folks. That 4th down stop with just over 9 minutes in the third quarter could come back to haunt this Tallahassee team. We know that in the postseason, the Pride have struggled at times in the playoffs, had some heartbreakers. That could be the start of one.
Both quarterbacks now 10 of 14. 2nd and 6 for Chima. Chima out to Murray, and Murray's going the wrong way. Johnson makes the tackle. That's why he was going the wrong way. You want to go the opposite way of that thing.
Well, it just didn't seem like Chima had enough time to really go through his progression and really turn to Murray as his security blanket a little too early. Maybe if he stayed in the pocket a little bit longer, waited it out, give his receiver a little bit more time to get open, he could find a little bit more success in the air.
3rd down and 8. Chima to throw. Chima with a pressure off the edge. Bad pass, and an even worse play there by Badarashlani, who had a chance to go and get the ball and just stood there, nearly letting that pass get intercepted. Miscommunication there in some capacity, as that ball looked almost like it was better served for Ashlani. As I want to give a quick bit shout out, 6 bits from Blake Hamrack, 7 bits from DT93 Skyhawk, 400 bits from Shan Varner earlier in the night. This game has been so good, we just have not had a chance to acknowledge the chat much tonight, so I apologize for that. But Stokes out to the 16-yard line on the punt return will set up nicely for Tallahassee. Houston can't do anything off the 4th down stop. First down for the Pride.
Well, give credit to the Pride's defensive line on that last play. They were able to collapse the pocket on top of Chima, force him outside of the pocket where he's uncomfortable. Chima throwing the ball off his back foot, just purely inaccurate doing so, and that allowed the Tallahassee's offense to get the ball back.
One pick from AJ, pick 6, first down and 10 for the Pride. The offense to the top of the screen, and Yola breaks a tackle, and Jay Inyola picks up another 5 yards, now 87 on the night. And you mentioned it, these two combined, talking about Caleb Connolly and Jay Inyola, 1,000-yard rusher.
Well, you just get the feeling that Inyola wants another big play. We saw him have one for a touchdown in the first half. Seems like he's itching for another.
Second half, 5 and offside again for Houston. It's their 3rd of the night. As Inyola goes nowhere, that'll likely result in a first down. Majesty on the tackle, but just cannot make these silly mistakes.
Yeah, you're already facing the undefeated juggernaut Tallahassee Pride at 12-0 this season. You don't need to shoot yourself in the foot as well in this game if you think you're going to be coming out of the Pride's house with a victory.
Let's see, did they give them a first? I believe they did give them a first down on that.
Let's go.
Up to the 27-yard line. Tallahassee up 7 on a Ken Gossett touchdown pass from Christian Christensen, and it was a highlight reel play. That broke the tie, and Houston's been trying to figure out how to get back ever since to that tied score. That pass caught on the outside by a tight end. Don't often see a tight end make a catch in this offense. Jason Stackhouse makes the play. 4-yard pickup. Christensen's up to a $179.
Well, Stackhouse was a name that we've known on this Tallahassee Pride team for a long time. They used to have a linebacker named Stackhouse. Now they have a tight end under the same surname. And you know what, Cam? I think you could have caught that pass. He was so wide open.
Second down, 6:35 to go in the third. Trips off the left side. Christensen knocked away. Really nice play and good awareness there by Blake Chance. 3rd down and 6. They were all over that.
Yeah, absolutely. The defender there, hip to hip with the wide receiver, almost like he knew what route he was going to run. But nice pickup speed here as Duke Wilson had a little bit of separation, but the defender, they're able to close the gap with his own speed.
6:19 to go in the third quarter. 3rd down and 6. Another 3rd down for the Pride. They've had to punt more times than they're used to here in this ball game. They also missed on a 4th down conversion. 3rd down and 6 out of the gun for Christensen. Back to pass against the 4-man rush. Floats it down the field. Incomplete, knocked away. Another brilliant play by Tyleek Jones. It's 4th down and another punt for the Pride.
Oh, that's dangerous. Tyleek Jones, he is good at baiting the quarterback here. Nearly comes away with one. Boy, I tell you what, Christensen almost got his lunch money stolen right there.
Man, it's amazing. Both of these quarterbacks have kept a clean sheet because there's been a lot of good defense out there and a lot of heavy hits as the Pride will punt the football away to Ryan Michaels, who's got Houston's only touchdown of the night to the 32-yard line. Michaels up to the 40 with 6:06 to go in the third. Now, a quick word from the Simulation Football League.
Join the world's fastest growing sim football community by jumping onto our Discord server. Use the Discord command in chat to keep up with schedules, news, notes, announcements, and polls. Jump off the sidelines and into the action here where we're loading legends at the SFL.
Murray takes the handoff, only a gain of 1. You saw his updated running back numbers on the screen just a minute ago. Tallahassee still on those 2 sacks, haven't gotten any in quite some time.
And a nice tackle there by Hale. Had 59 tackles on the season and a whopping 18 sacks. These guys get after the quarterback.
Second down 9, back to pass Chima. Chima out to Murray, and this has been a disastrous play to burn this out of the book. Loss of 1, 3rd and 10, as Murray has done nothing out of the backfield. 7 catches, 28 yards, but most of that was all on the one big play down the sideline.
You can't blame Murray. Murray's standing still. You know, it's best to catch him while he's in momentum, while he's running. Get him the ball then. Don't ask him to make a play to start from 0 to 60 behind the line of scrimmage on a pass.
3rd down and 10. 4 wide for Chima. Chima in trouble. Chima goes down. Sack in the backfield by Johnson. Loss of 6, 4th and 16 coming up.
Yeah, there's that fat Johnson again. Gets another tackle for loss, this time for a sack. This is why, you know, Frank Gooden invested all that money in 4-star defensive linemen to make plays like this. 3rd down in your house in a critical playoff game to get the ball to be punted. That's just a great play and smart team build by Tallahassee.
Defensive slugfest here in Tallahassee as Houston punts it away. Stokes back at his 30. Stokes with some room to return up to the 36-yard line. And that'll bring up a 1st down and a fresh series for Christensen. As the punter looks a little windy.
Yeah.
Man, those guys need to hit the gym.
They do. I wouldn't be surprised if they're not both icing their legs on the sidelines. All right.
Christensen, 12 of 18, 178 yards. Wilson with 4 catches. Gossett with 3 has not caught a pass in the second half. Back to pass. Christensen got away just in time. Pass is intercepted. What brilliant coverage down the field by Blake Chance in one-on-one coverage as there looked to be a hold on the line that didn't get called.
All right, Blake Chance is a defender that does receiver-like things in that situation, outruns the route that's being run by Gossett, able to get in front of it, and it actually looked like the receiver on that play. Blake Chance, what an awesome job by the defender.
First turnover of the game. Houston back with the ball on their own 35-yard line.